Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, daily chart. We just continue to be in this very slow drip higher. Okay, it is excruciating to trade. It's a really hard tape right now. So if you're frustrated with the tape right now, if you're frustrated with the results you're getting out of the tape right now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have all the answers, because what I've been telling my folks is this. It's a really hard tape. It's a very difficult tape. It's a tape where the majority of the volatility has just been sucked out of the market, and whether we're waiting for the Fed or waiting for I don't know what, we're waiting. And the reality is that we are in a very small range-bound day-to-day tape type thing. You can see how small these candles are. But at the same time, we are drifting higher. So yesterday we did a test of 2,500 in the afternoon. I think we printed down 97.75. They held that, and the bears fell right on their face into the close. And what we've seen overnight is an attempt to get as low as 25.01, and that has been taken back up into the area of 05s. Now, the bulls are going to have to continue to make basically new all-time highs every day in order to put some distance between themselves and the round number, and to keep somewhat close to these Bollinger Bands that are trying to run away from them. They're up at 1374, which really isn't all that far, but when you consider how tight the range days have been lately, it seems like a bridge too far. The market really only needs a little spike of volatility to get rolling again. Whether that's going to happen on the day before a Fed decision and the day before a Janet Yellen press conference remains to be seen. Today kind of sets up tomorrow. Certainly tomorrow morning sets up the announcement. So I'm going into today with an open mind. I want to wait and see what it does off the open. I want to see how the round number reacts. I want to see how 06 reacts, and whether we're going to trade aggressively intraday, whether it's going to move, or whether we're going to fall right into what we fell into for the majority of yesterday, which was a 6-handle range and a realistic range that was more like 3.5 handles. And unless you're a scalp trader, that's going to be tough. And even as a scalp trader, it's tough because it wasn't for a while there. It really wasn't handing out more than 5 or 6 ticks, which is just crazy. The best piece of advice I could give you is the other thing that we talked about in the room extensively yesterday, which was be patient. Patience and perspective. Okay? What do I mean by that? You need to be patient. The market is not handing out large moves right now because it just got done handing out a bunch of large moves since the beginning of August. Okay? And that plays into my second thing, which is perspective. Have some perspective. The market, even though we're at all-time highs, it's resting. It really is. And it's resting for the next, volatility-filled environment, which will be great. The patience part is the way to prepare yourself for the next period of volatility in the mini is not to see how many trades you can do in a day. Make your broker of the year, and you end up basically flat on the day because the market really isn't doing anything, and you're taking a bunch of paper cuts. And then what you do is you're left there with your mental capital drained. And when the starting gun goes off for the next period of volatility, which could be today, tomorrow, whenever, when it comes, it comes. You're going to be hesitant. You're going to not be taking trades that you should be taking because your brain is thinking back to, all these little paper cuts you took while you were trying to overtrade something that didn't want to go anywhere. So that's my 2 best pieces of advice. Trade less, trade smart, understand that the volatility will be back because volatility is always back. This is pretty boring too, end of July. Lots of people were complaining about that. Then we get the moves. So this is a more difficult type
of consolidation, because it's a consolidation at highs. And it's a consolidation that makes you want to fight price because we're up near at all-time highs. So this is about as hard as the market gets. All right. Everybody have a fantastic day. I'll be out with a midday update. Trade them well, and I will talk to you then.
Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.